3D energy drink. Building gingerbread houses since I don't know when. What's up, buff babes and bros, and welcome back to another video. For those of you
No. My name is Juliarene, and I'm an IFBB Wellness Pro. And in today's video, we are doing a juicy couples Q&A, but we're also going to be making the same gingerbread house, and we're going to see who made the best one. And obviously, you guys are going to choose, and obviously, you're going to pick me because we're best friends forever. So, let's get started, shall we? Okay, let's see. So each of us have the same things. So we have the same building things.
I just want to use the icing.
It probably tastes bad. And the same decorations. Step 1. Take item out of box. I did that. Step 2. Okay.
I'm not going to be using any instructions.
You're not, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yours is going to be ugly then.
Mine's already kind of broken, so
No, it's not.
I just want everybody to know that.
I found scissors.
There's scales. There's like scales on these houses.
You said you didn't need instructions.
Smells pretty good. It didn't taste very good. Then let's do this thing.
Ooh! I have an idea. You can't use it. Get your stuff on your side.
It's a roof. That's what it is.
Oh, geez, this hole's too big. Why is this so complicated? Why are you cutting yours?
You'll see.
I'm nervous. This is all the. Why don't we start? When are you both getting married? When are you guys getting married? This is for Zach. So you've been with Julia for how many years? Okay, when are you what are you really what are you really waiting on to make her your wife? And lastly, will you two ever get married and have babies?
Look at that cut right there. That's pretty incredible.
You just deflected.
So, with this question, we've been together for 2 years, and it's been an incredible 2 years. I couldn't imagine spending the rest of my life with anybody else.
But.
In all of eternity.
But.
Or this lifetime, whatever it is. But, it just hasn't happened yet, because there's no need to rush into something. Marriage is just a construct of an illusion that we have to be together for the rest of our lives and to be able to consummate it with the government so that we can get a tax refund.
Okay. What are you doing?
But in all seriousness,
The answer is, I don't know.
in due time. In due time. Time isn't due yet. The bill always comes due.
This is not, okay, this is what I have so far. I need to make sure that they can actually see what we're doing. You, however, yours is gonna be terrible. Okay, they can see.
All right, what you got?
Okay, question, legit question.
Legit question. Cool.
How'd you guys meet? Let's just answer all of these in one. How'd you meet? How long have you been together? And who asked who out? So basically, Zach and I were in this like fitness group together in like an Austin fitness community group. And I think I did it wrong. No, I did it right. And inside that group, Zach put in, hey, if anybody wants to work out, I would like to work out with you.
She makes me sound like Cartman.
And on my end, I was like, oh my goodness, I would like to work out with you because I want to get to know people in the fitness community.
So I was the first person she got to know in the fitness community, and then she just ended up dating him.
Yeah. That was real quick like
No,
that.
I'm just kidding. What else you got? There's more story in this.
Was I supposed to cut this off? I think I was supposed to cut this off.
What were you supposed to do? That's the chimney.
Oh no. Oh well. You're cutting things randomly, huh? So we met in that fitness group, and then we hung out. And what did we do after that? Oh, I told him.
You're supposed to know this story.
I'm doing a terrible job.
She is. But go ahead.
And we hung out. We were supposed to go work out together, but I got nervous because I wasn't sure. Because you never know with like hanging out with guys because I wasn't really like, I didn't want to hang out with him because I was like trying to date him. I was genuinely just trying to get to know people in the fitness community. All of this is just a mess. I'm glad that you're confident because I'm not. And I first said that we were gonna hang out, and then I canceled on him because I was nervous. And he was like, well, what about next Monday? And I was like, damn it, I canceled on you. And I was like, yeah, sure. And if anybody knows me well, they know, like, did I do this wrong? Okay, wait. I think it goes like this. Does it go like this, babe? Or does it go like this?
What do you think it goes like?
Like this? Does it?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
okay, I think
are we competing against each other?
Oh yeah, you're right. I haven't
You still haven't finished the story.
I know I haven't.
This is like we were watching, what was it, Humans or whatever? Like when they're having to do stuff and then answer
I
questions.
can't concentrate at all.
Some show on Netflix, I think it's called 100 Humans. Yeah.
I think it did it wrong. No, I did it right. Look how beautiful mine is, and Zach is just a load of crap.
I haven't actually started building one yet. Obviously, I've been doing work over here.
It's like you're a construction worker. Okay, this is not sturdy. What? You tell the story, because I can't.
Okay, so then the next time that we met, she did come, and we worked out, and I talked about her sun sign, and she's a Pisces, and I'm a Virgo, and that's a good match for each other. And we had a good workout, together, and then, we're leaving, we get done, and obviously there was a little bit of sparks flying, you know what I mean? Like, she's giving me the googly eyes and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is turning into something a little bit more serious. So I asked her, I was like, hey, if you ever want to do this again or something, she told me she had a boyfriend, and
That was AI.
and I was like, oh, cool, I was a bodybuilding coach, right? So I was like, well, cool, I guess we'll bring your boyfriend the next time you want to work out. And that was it. Little did I know that she sat down in the car and she was just like sitting there for minutes upon minutes just thinking about me.
You are doing the same. You shut up.
We were both doing the same thing. We both texted each other, and then it was the first podcast I ever came out with by myself. I sent her the first episode like 3 days later, and then she called me up, and then we went and walked around a local shopping center. It's like a ritzy shopping center called the Domain in Austin, and we walked around it for like 3 hours, like from like 10 o'clock at night to 1 o'clock in the morning. And we still hadn't kissed then yet. I was gonna kiss her, but then she finally confessed at that time that she did have a boyfriend and that she lied. But she kind of did have a boyfriend.
So the reason that I said that I had a boyfriend is because he seemed kind of too perfect, and I was like, nah fam, I'm not about that perfect guy life. I don't want a soulmate. And so I was scared and said that I had a boyfriend, even though I didn't. And yeah, we've been together over, I think it was two years and a couple of months. And I guess you were, I don't know, I guess we both kind of asked each other out. That's what the question was, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
In a way, we took turns on who asked each other out.
So the next day after we went on the walk is when we went and actually worked out together in the group that we were a part of. And we worked out at F45, which is also at the Domain. And after we worked out, we went and got some acai bowls, and then I walked her to her car, and then I kissed her for the first time.
You gave me a kiss.
And then from that point forward, we were attached to the hip. Seriously.
For real. But for real though, next question. These are gonna be about bodybuilding. So after I get this line done, nailed it. What was it like prepping together?
I mean, I had prepped so many different times that like I knew what to expect by prep. That was like my 4th prep, so I kind of knew what to expect. Her, on the other hand,
What?
did not know what to expect.
Oh.
But we both started to kind of like emotionally shut down with each other about 5 weeks out, probably.
You just get so tired that you're like...
You kind of just bury yourself in work, and it's like you're tired, but also you're still kind of motivated because you look the best you've ever looked. So I mean, it's like you got this like weird confidence and energy. It's not weird, but you have like a good energy about you, even though your energy is low. It's just a weird thing to try and describe. It's like your physical energy is low, but like you feel really good about yourself, so you have good, I guess you say vital energy? I don't know.
It's definitely, not every couple can prep together, and not every couple can have just one person being a bodybuilder. What are you making? Are you making a teepee?
It's a pyramid.
Oh my God. I didn't know this is what we were playing, this game. Jeez. Anyways, I'm over here making the boring ass one. Okay, whatever. I was expecting to knock you out of the park, but I guess not.
Yeah, so it was interesting, like, it's so hard to think.
It's so hard to concentrate. We're like trying to be good at this.
So I got a little bit isolated, she got a little bit isolated, but then afterwards we talked about it, we figured out what we could do better, and then she had her 2nd prep, and then her 2nd prep, she did better in some ways, and then the other ways, and then we talked about how we get better. It's just about getting better about every single time. You just gotta be, like, if you're a partner, you just gotta be patient, you know? You gotta be patient with your partner.
Yeah, it also helps.
And I'm coaching her at the same time. I'm not just a boyfriend, I was coaching.
True.
It's completely different.
He is not a competitor. Are you happy about that? I mean, it was really cool when he was competing with me because I knew that there was somebody like really close to me that was going through the same thing I could, and that he really couldn't eat anything off plan around me. I think that's the only hard thing for me is that now that Zach doesn't do bodybuilding anymore, he can still like live his life and eat things, and I can't. So then I'm like, ugh, and it's not his fault because it's my choice to be in a strict diet because this is what I love to do, and there's a greater purpose to it. But yeah, sometimes though, when you're really hungry, you're like, why?
Not get this thing to.
You're using, you should be using a butter knife, not that. What? He's literally, this is a straw cleaner. He's using a straw cleaner. It's in there, right there. I'm using the straw cleaner to paint. Okay, fine, use that. You are interesting.
I need this straw cleaner right now.
Okay.
You gotta get in here.
Next question. What's the best and the worst part of your age gap? So if you guys don't know, Zach and I are 10 years apart. I'm 24 and Zach is 34. You're 34, right?
35.
You're 35? Okay, so sometimes we're 11 years apart and sometimes we're 10 years. What's the best thing? I think it's hard to find like a best thing.
The best thing is that I get to teach her all sorts of stuff that she's never even got exposed to before.
The best thing.
The best thing.
I think the best thing is that it works. And the worst thing is that I don't even know if there's a worst thing about it. There's a bad thing about it.
I mean, it's not noticeable, really.
It's not really noticeable.
In some ways, but not in like ways that cause division. You know, like
Yeah.
I appreciate her personality and her points of view, and she appreciates my personality and my points of view. I mean, some of those come from more experience. Come from lack of experience, which all makes it exciting either way.
Yeah, I think maybe the worst thing is that, like, I don't know, for for me, like he is 10 years older than me and he's done 10 years more of work and like, I don't know, just living the life. So he's just more mature than me. He knows more than me and I'm like, that's just my competitive side, but
Yeah.
let's see. What is, best and worst part about Zach being your partner and trainer and vice versa? So you and me have to answer. Best part of Zach being my coach is that I'm trying to word it. The best part of him being my coach is that I know for 100% sure that he has my best interest at heart. Because he's not only my partner, but he's also my coach. What if I just suck the icing out of this thing? And a lot of people can't get that with their coach anyways, but I feel like I can, and it's really cool.
Well, and I'm not any different with her than I am with my other clients. It's just the fact that we
I
also
just
trust each other romantically.
Because it's hard.
We're partners, so.
Yeah, so I can trust him in those ways. Hey, boys.
Stop. Bad dog. No.
All right, so this is Zach so far. He's going somewhere with it, but we're not sure where. How do you feel about that, baby? You proud?
Yeah, I guess.
You're proud?
I'm gonna figure something out.
I think it's gonna be cool, especially when you start decorating it. And there's mine, just plain and boring. The worst part of him being my coach is that he's literally always here. Imagine, I just dropped some on my toe. Imagine having your trainer live with you. So, no mistakes. And what's the best and worst part of you coaching me?
I mean, the best part is always the reward at the end, right? So, I mean, what I mean by that, the reward at the end is we both are working together towards a goal that we're wanting to achieve. And I'm half of it and she's half of it, right? And it's like it converges in on this achievement. And it doesn't have to be the win or anything like that. It's just actually seeing what's happened and then going on stage and seeing that happen together. Also, the best part of it is being able to witness like how she is the entire time. I mean, I'm directly a part of the journey. I'm a part of the journey of other people's clients, but like I get to see her every single day, so I get to witness what's happening. And also I witness her growth while she's doing it. The hardest part is her neuroticism that she, and like this only creates it to be a little bit more heightened during prep, so she just gets very organized, detailed, and neurotic about things having to be a certain way, or like...
I'm already like that regularly, so when I'm on prep,
it just amplifies
it's
it.
even worse.
No, she's not.
Now, I'd like to know if you plan to continue bodybuilding after you have children's, if that's something that you want in the future. Oops. Candy? Yours looks so funny. That looks like melted ice cream. Honestly, I would like to not do bodybuilding after kids. I would like to have kids and be done with bodybuilding. I just think it would be better for my health and so that I could focus, because bodybuilding is a very selfish sport and I wouldn't want to be unselfish. I wouldn't want to be selfish when I have children because it's a huge responsibility, so I'd like to be done with bodybuilding at that point. I'm running out of icing!
Yeah, there's plenty of women who do it, you know, with kids and everything. It's just about finding a balance, but in the beginning when the kids are like
Yeah, because that's...
young, you know what I mean?
Like, let's see. Now these are fit couple questions. What is y'all's favorite thing to do that's not fitness related? How do I get my other, oh, this is a different question. What is y'all's favorite thing to do that's not fitness related? Eat?
I mean, that's still kind of fitness related.
Eating isn't fitness related.
Margaritas and fajitas?
Yeah, we like to do margaritas and fajitas. which is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, go to the movies, you know, love Marvel movies and all that kind of stuff. We play tennis together. That's kind of fitness related though.
Yeah.
Travel, you know, I mean, we get to travel together.
Mine's looking ugly. It's okay, yours is ugly too.
Probably one of my favorite things to do with her, though, is just at the end of the night from work, and when we get to just sit on our couch and snuggle with each other.
Snuggle. I'm gonna use the straw cleaner. You. Now, this one says, how do I get my other half to eat better without sounding like a butthead?
You don't get your other half to do anything.
Yeah.
He has to make the choice.
Or she has to make the choice. The something that I've noticed is that trying, and I did this in a past relationship, I tried to put somebody into the box of like what I thought that they should be. And that was somebody that was like super into fitness and blah, blah, blah. But that was never who they were going to be. And it wasn't fair for me to try and make them do those things. Even though in my head, I knew like they'd be so much healthier, they would be happier. But sometimes people don't want to do it. And all you can do is just lead by example. So in my past relationship where I was super into fitness and he wasn't really into fitness, and it was really hard for me to get him to try and like care about it. All I would do is just lead by example. So every day I would just do the things that I knew made me happy. How did I run out? Can I use some of yours?
Oh, damn.
Nah, I won't.
Look at this. Look at this.
What?
What does it look like from the side?
What?
It's like a sphinx.
What's that?
The things that sit in front of the pyramids?
It does. That's funny. Oh my god, yours is gonna be something else.
Yeah, you know.
Something else. This isn't working!
Where's that my knife? Is that my butter knife?
No.
Stop taking my stuff!
Give me this. Anyways, you can't make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. All you can do is lead by example. So just continue to do the thing that you like. Eat healthy, work out, and sometimes you'll be surprised it'll actually rub off on them because they'll see how happy you are and just how much that you love it, and they might end up doing it on their own. But if not, if it's something that's a deal breaker for you, that might just be a deal breaker.
Remember, fear control.
Controls.
Remember, fear controls, love inspires.
Yeah, so just be nice about it. Don't be pushy about it. And the next question. When you first moved in together, was there anything that drove you crazy or took some time getting used to? How messy he is.
Not that messy. How neurotic she is.
I'm neurotically clean, and he's just like chill about it. There's a lot of guys that are way messier than Zach.
Thank you.
So I'm blessed with a relatively messy guy. Yeah, it was just difficult because when I lived by myself, everything was exactly how I wanted it to be and how I left it. So when I moved in with Zach, it was like, everything was just in random ass places. He also was like a little rat. Like he would store things in the weirdest places. Like
a rat?
Yeah, like
he's gonna be a rat.
You know what? Okay, what's something that stores things, hides things for like not hibernates, but stores things?
You.
Do I?
Do you want to see the 30 little things that we have up here?
What? No, that doesn't count.
We have about 20 of these. We have about 30 of these things.
That's different. You just put random stuff in random places. Like he had the.
You said storage.
So I.
She may get murdered. She shuts me.
I can't do this. I'm sad. I'm running out of frosting.
Well, it's your fault.
Okay, maybe there's some more in here. Anywho, he was just like messier, and I was used to having things like exactly how I wanted to. So living together, I had to learn how to like chill out and not get so frustrated if things weren't exactly how I wanted to be, because that's just not realistic. And for him, he would get annoyed that I wanted things clean all the time. I'm gonna eat it. Now, get your knife off my paper. How do you motivate each other in terms of working out and diet? Answer the question. I'm struggling.
I mean, one thing is that she doesn't really need a lot of motivation when it comes to working out, but you know, I mean, when we did this, well, it's not there anymore, but we did this like good noodle chart or whatever for the thing. I mean, that's been really cool. So, you know, basically it's just putting down 5 commitments for the week, 5 things that you're gonna do and your habits that you wanna do, and then saying how many, committing to each other, how many days a week you're gonna do it. So you say, I'm gonna work out for 5 days. And then if you do that, then you get a good noodle. And then you can create that into a contest for each other.
That's true.
There can be big stakes at the end. I think that'll be the next thing we'll do, is put some stakes on this thing for just the good noodles.
Yeah, we'll buy some steaks and just put the steaks on them.
That's what I was talking about.
Get it? Steaks. No? Okay. You're laughing.
You think you're funny. She thinks she's funny. Y'all know she's not really funny.
I am making a literal mess. You're so funny. But also, you kind of have to know how the other person is motivated. I'm stealing this butter knife. You have to know how the other person is motivated, because like me, if you tell me that I can't do something or that I'm not strong enough or good enough or whatever, I'm like, oh really? Let me show you who's boss. But Zach, he doesn't care if you do that to him like whatsoever. He's just like, so? So he does better with like words of affirmation, and so that's just how I motivate him. Just tell him he's doing good, that he's working hard and blah, 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 and Zach does it differently for me.
Yeah.
He tries to push my buttons because then I get mad and I try to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Next question.
Young bucks.
Who can lift the heaviest in a squat session? Me. Moving on. Would it be a deal breaker if one person weren't in the fitness lifestyle? For
Well,
me,
first of all, I squat way more than her.
second of all,
Make sure that didn't get passed uncorrected. Second of all, if somebody was in the fitness industry, I mean, you know, I'm not really in it anymore. You know, I am, but I'm not. You know, I'm not like immersed into it. What?
I'm struggling. I've been trying to do this forever, and I think I'm just gonna.
I think you tried to follow the instructions.
I did.
And it limited your creativity.
You're right.
To the point where it's just like, you might as well just throw it away. Literally.
What?
There's nothing there of value to anybody.
What? You're mean. Honestly, I think get out of my way. I think for me, it would kind of be a deal breaker. Because
Well, I guess then, going back to that first question,
You're still
I
in-
was like, hey, when are you gonna get married? Apparently,
It's
if
a
I'm
deal
not
breaker.
in the fitness industry, then I'm out.
no, it's not. I think the question is like, in my head, it's more so if their health.
Yes.
And fitness wasn't-
If they didn't focus on their health.
Yeah, like you don't need to be a bodybuilder. You don't need to be like a fitness person. It just needs to be something that's important to you, because it's important.
Yeah.
I think it's important. It's one of those values that I was looking for in a partner that valued that, because in my last relationship, I saw that how uninterested they were in it, and how it just kind of like limited our relationship. So
Yeah.
for me, yeah.
Health conscious, right?
Yeah.
I want to have it. Ooh.
It tastes pretty good, right?
It's really good. I want to look good and feel good, you know? So.
To me, it's like if you care about those things, it shows that you're willing to like put effort in yourself. And yeah. And Zach puts effort in himself in all aspects of his life, not just health and fitness. So to me, that is attractive. Does this look like snow?
No.
What about when I go like this? Like that? Are you watching? You watching? Does that look like snow? No? Alright. Ta-da! Snow! This is terrible. Now, next question. Ooh, I dropped it on the floor. Might be too personal, but I heard Zach share about his previous porn addiction on your podcast. Julia, can you share some insight on how to handle it or deal with it? This is a good question, and I asked Zach if this is fine that we talk about this.
Yeah, of course.
Really. So if y'all haven't heard the like he talks about it on some of the podcasts that we have, but for me, what made it a lot easier for me to be okay with it and handle it was that he always actively works on being better and making sure that that's not something that's a part of his life anymore. And in my past relationship, that wasn't what happened. They had a problem and they just didn't do anything about it. And for me, that was just a deal breaker because they weren't doing any work to get better. It's kind of like being with someone who's constantly like, oh, I want to lose weight, but they don't do anything to lose weight or to be happier, be better. And it's like, well, of course it's not happening because you're not doing anything towards it. This is falling off! Help!
We're in competition.
Help! Ta-da! This is just, I think I put too much icing on. Anyways, that's the difference. It's okay for me to be okay with it because he actively does things to
I feel like I'm about 3 years actually removed healed from porn, and 5 years I win. 5 years was the first time I decided I was going to stop watching it. Like it was, I have a whole story around that. Got divorced, lots of painful experiences, realizing that this wasn't who I wanted to be, realizing that the way that I acted wasn't who I actually was. So it was a huge awakening for me, and then I just became incredibly motivated by personal development and spirituality and understanding how the brain works and understanding how addicts work and understanding how I work, right? Because it's all understanding how I work. And from that point forward, that's what's brought me to who I am today. I would consider myself a subject matter expert on how to change your brain. All because of what I went through.
I'm sorry.
So how we deal with it together is that I'm not perfect. I failed, I guess you could say, in watching it. And I've told Julia the time that I did.
And the way that I am supportive is that I make sure that I create a space that he feels comfortable talking to me about anything. And I think that that's something that probably a lot of people lack, is the comfortability to be able to be vulnerable in that space and talk to each other about it. Which, honestly, it leads me to the question about me, and that's how was Zach helpful when I was binge eating? When I was struggling with my binge eating, it's the same thing. He created a space that I was comfortable being able to talk to him about everything, but kind of like the answer with the fitness stuff, you can't force anybody to change. So he never made me feel bad, never made me feel guilty or worse than I already did. And that made me feel comfortable going to him when I needed him. And really, all he did sometimes was just hold me while I just cried. And sometimes that's just enough.
I mean, I just encourage her to,
He just would encourage me to work on
get some resources, get some books, find books on it, do whatever you can. She does the rest. All the books that she shares on the podcast, on social, everything else, this is from her. again, being motivated to change, to heal yourself. And to heal yourself, the first thing that starts with is knowledge. You gotta understand how to, understand why and how to. And then really put it into practice is the next thing. That's where we came up with all these. That was that time we came up with Control Alt Delete. You came up with towards lava. Like, we got really creative about little mindset strategies to do or tips to do for impulse control, the 3 questions. Like, all of that came from that time period, from her painful experience, helped us so that we can actually give mindset hacks to others that are going through that process. So yeah.
Let's end it on this. What is the key to finding your soulmate?
Take a chance. Go out and do something you haven't done before. Stop hanging out in your house waiting for it to happen. You go out and meet people. That's where you're gonna find people.
Get out of your comfort zone a little bit, do something that might be scary.
Yeah. And then make a list of the exact characteristics that you would like to have.
So that you
your
can,
ideal partner, so you know what you're looking for.
and that you can manifest the one that's going to be best for you.
Yeah. Just like this is the best one. That's my gingerbread
Let's
house.
show you guys what this looks like. This is literally not how I thought this was gonna go whatsoever.
She followed the instructions.
That's why.
By the way. So here we have the Great Pyramid of Giza, and we have the 2 Sphinx that are outside of the Great Pyramid, and a nice little topping, with the little gummy bears or the gummies on top, and yeah, this thing is just giving off spiraling energy and healing humans right now.
And then we have mine, which I like to call a living disaster. So guys, which one do you like better? I want you to vote. Julia's amazing disaster and Zach's amazing pyramid. Let us know in the comments down below which one you like better.
Here is your winner. Look, if you get really small, it's like you're next to the Great Pyramid.
Zach! Smack.
Loser wins.
It's too pretty, you wouldn't do that.
Well,
Guys,
this is how this goes.
hope you liked our juicy Q&A and us making gingerbread houses together. I'm not even gonna show you mine.
She didn't make a house.
Yeah.
I didn't either though. That makes us equal. But you still lost.
So thank you for coming. I love you all so much. And
We love you!
no, you're more powerful than you think. Bye.